Happy Wednesday.
Hey, it's Hot Topics.
Hey.
Good morning.
How are you today? I feel like
twirly chairs make you happy.
today is a new day. Today is a brand new opportunity for things to go well.
An opportunity for Fay to rant. I got up this morning and I got on my Instagram and I'm like, I think I'm going to tell everybody I'm going to rant today, so you might not want to come.
Well, yesterday, I don't know what was in the world. I don't know what was stuff in the water. There was weird stuff happening everywhere and it wasn't good stuff. Like it was just weird, random.
If there's anyone out there that does, astrology and stuff and can tell us, because there's no Mercury retrograde going on or anything. So as far as I know, so there was something, but nothing was good yesterday. So if you guys had a good day, yay you.
Yay you.
I did
not. We did not.
Can I do a little rant before we talk about some other stuff?
Go for it. Because yesterday was a weird day, so go for it.
So as you guys know, it feels like I've been moving forever. We're on crunch time, last 7 days before close. So I've rented several times from Uhaul, not a problem. They switch things up all the time. I don't like. So what they do is they guarantee your reservation. Listen, people, because Stacy, can you hashtag Uhaul on this broadcast, and can you send it to the president of Uhaul, because I want to make sure he sees me rant. So they guarantee reservations, but they don't guarantee where you pick it up or the equipment.
Right. So so if you need something this big, they'll guarantee you something this big.
They won't guarantee you anything. They won't guarantee you
something.
They'll guarantee you something.
So it could be this big when you need something this big.
Right. So the last couple times, no problem. What they've done is they've just changed locations. Sorry, you have to pick it up here. Not a problem. It's 5 clicks away. Not a problem. So it's not a problem at all. So Friday's our big move, right? So Friday I have movers ready. Yes. And all for big furniture from the bedrooms and stuff, right? So rent a 26-footer in advance, make sure everything's done. And I know they're going to switch locations on me because they do it every time. I'm okay. They call me yesterday and say, oh, we don't have a truck. I'm like, hang on here. I have movers coming. I have to be out of the house. It's sold. Right? And they're like, no, we can give you a little 15-foot and a trailer, which is the same thing. And I'm like, I said to the girl, and I couldn't, I go, who taught you math? Because they are not the same thing. And so shame on you, Uhaul. You give these girls or these customer service people a script and think that you can sell somebody. So a 26-footer is 8 or 9 feet high, right? Yeah. A trailer that they wanted me to pull is 5 feet.
You can't even walk
in.
How
is that the same? And they would not help me. And then on top of that, I said, do not change my reservation. Do not do anything. I need to talk to the manager. Well, I'm in charge. I go, great. Can I have your boss? She's not in today. Okay, can I have her boss?
Yeah.
No. And she wouldn't do it. She would not put me through. She goes, well, I can get my boss to call you back tomorrow, which I haven't heard from. And I told her, I said, no. She was adamant. She goes, well, I said, well, who's in charge? I'm in charge. Well, you can't do fucking math. Sorry. So anyway.
No, but I think the fascinating part was because I was listening to part of the conversation. It was interesting because I felt like part of it was, no, but this will fit this size. And it's like, you don't know what I have. You don't know how much stuff's in my house, which is why you rented the 26-footer. You know what needs to go in. So I felt like she was like, no, but this is what you need. Well, no, it's not.
No, it's not.
Like
I've rented 4 trucks from them in the last 2 months. 4. Yeah. I know exactly what I need.
Yeah.
Right. So
yeah, we've gotten very used to the size of trucks.
So I couldn't believe that is legal to do a bait and switch like that. It's so unethical, especially when you're as I said, I had movers higher.
Well, and it was reserved. And it was reserved for a long time. Like
Long
it was
time, yeah.
reserved for like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Right. And it was available. So in the world of technology today, like they know, like, I mean, I joke because I don't know if anybody watches Seinfeld, but the Seinfeld episode where he goes to rent a car and there's no
Yeah.
longer a car available. And he's like,
Yeah.
but I have a reservation. And she's like, oh, I see your reservation. We have your reservation or something. He's like, anyone can take a reservation. It's the holding of the reservation that's really important. And they didn't hold the reservation. He's like,
No.
she's like, I know how a reservation works. He's like, I don't think you do.
No,
and I felt
they
like
don't.
that was the conversation you were having yesterday. I don't think you do.
No. So like, shame on you, Uhaul. Can you hashtag everybody shame on you, Uhaul? Because how dare they do that to people? The volume, like you're already under an immense amount of stress. And remember, I'm doing this by myself, right? It's just me moving this big house and Stacy who's helping me. But like, how dare they think that that's an okay thing to do to a person who's got a move? It's not like and then they were like, well, we can get one for you the next week. I'm closed the next week. I don't have a week. Right?
That was the part that was funny. And it's like, you can get it to me next week, but there's other people going to be living in my house.
Yeah.
I don't need it then.
I'm so angry. And I would like just one person from Uhaul to actually call me and apologize, first of all, for the horrible, horrible customer service. Horrible. If you need to move, go pay a mover. Do not go to Uhaul. And the only reason that I wanted to do it on my own, the only reason, because I know you guys are all thinking, why didn't you just get movers? Because it wasn't that easy, because it's only me. I was doing it in stages. So I had the help of people to load it and drive the Uhaul to the new location. We were staging it, so we didn't have to move it all at once, because that would have just killed me. I couldn't do it.
And it's different. It's not like you're moving like down the street or across town where you can pack everything up in a couple of hours, drive it a couple of minutes, and then unload it. The distance that you're driving is a couple, like 2 to 3 hours.
Yeah.
So moving companies charge by time as well, right? So there's lots to consider, not just.
And this was the easiest solution, because I had help in driving the truck, and I hired moving help, which is different than mover. Moving help come and pack the truck because I can't lift anything, and so anyways, it was crazy. I was so upset. And then Stacy called Discount Enterprise, who found us a truck, right? Yeah. So we had to change the day. We had to change it to Saturday, which again screwed up my moving help and everything. But at least they came through. Now, Discount, I'm counting on you. Let's see what happens on Saturday. But honestly, if anyone is out there, if we're streaming on LinkedIn and there's a Uhaul person, can you guys just like message or text me the Uhaul president's name and his cell phone number? Because I am that angry. I just was like, I like, it's my mantra in life now is to call out terrible customer service, because you do not deserve. Okay, speaking of, we were talking about this morning about a Walmart order too, right? They cancel a Walmart order, and it's because they're out of stock, but they don't tell you, and they don't give you any alternatives. So that's in your tech.
Like in today's world of, I have, like online, and online links to their inventory. So if you can order it and buy it, they should have it.
Right. And I perfectly understand if their shoppers are going down the aisle with their little cart and they can't find something. It's a big something. It wasn't a little something. But if they don't have it, great. Send an email and say, hey, we don't have it. We have to cancel your order. However, here's an alternative. Or would you like to reorder? Our stock shows that it's coming back in 2 weeks from now. But no, they just say, hey, your order is canceled. What?
Like, where's the solution? Here's the problem, or here's the issue. Here's the solution. There's another item. We're going to get it in a couple of weeks. Whatever that solution is that could solve your problem, that's the part that's missing. And that's the part that I kind of bugs me, because we teach that. Like, if there's a problem, like you are offering a solution to a problem, they're giving you a problem with no solution.
Right. I mean, we just sold we sold a ton of a product we just launched called 1,000 Prompts. And what it's for is if you want to post on social media and you don't know what to say, we're giving you actually 1,400, right? 1,400 prompts. So you can literally post every single day for like 3-4 years, right? So you don't know what to post. We give you the solution and you can post. We don't say, oops, sorry. We're only going to give you one word in the sentence. We don't
And
have
actually, I think there's a whole column just on solutions.
right.
Right. So it's just, I'm fascinated by it because I know, like, I've ordered from things, I've gone to a store, it's not there, or I've gone online and it's not showing, and you can call or whatever. And they're like, well, no, it's not available. Would you like to be notified when it comes back in stock? Yes. Like, thank you. Like, that's service. And when you don't get that service, it's very frustrating.
So that's my rant for today. So Uhaul is on my bad, naughty list. Santa's not going to visit them. And if you guys, somebody start a new company that actually cares, and I will use you. You know what? I don't think they care because most people only use them like once or twice and they don't use them again, right? So they don't care.
Right. Or they rent something basic, so it doesn't really matter, or they're not necessarily under a time crunch. So, okay, I'll do it next week or whatever the case may be. I'll take what you've got, right? They've kind of positioned themselves as a sort of solution based on what they have available kind of thing, rather than a full solution.
Right.
Sorry, I'm turning.
And one of the reasons I got to say too, guys, I mean, I know it worked out easier for me because I could stage it, but one of the reasons I didn't want to use traditional movers is because I've heard so many horror stories, right? I had great movers, but when I moved last time, but my movers were local and I was moving local. My fear was that I was moving far. And, I was worried that what happens if you had hired movers and they cancel the day before when you move the whole house?
Well, can you imagine? Like what would you do?
Yeah.
So, but the other issue is that you're not necessarily moving everything to one location. It's not like, here's my house and I'm moving to this house. So this goes in this bedroom, this goes in this bedroom, and you can very well organize everything. You're moving to different places. You've got your cottage, we've got the farm, right? You've got different spaces that things are going to. So it's not as easy as just right? Pick it up and move it up in another place.
So the good news for everybody who's listening is by next week, I'll have moved, so you won't have to listen to me anymore.
Well, here's the final segment of the ongoing saga.
I will all have moved, and I'll be able to wear something other than hoodies because all my clothes are packed.
Then the ongoing saga will be, I wonder where that is. Because that's the worst when you move, right? You can't find anything. You don't know what box it's in. You know, it's in a box.
Yeah, that's the problem too. Like, how many of you have moved and never opened the boxes? Oh, everybody.
Exactly. I'm actually terrified. I'm sure there's a box like way under my staircase in the basement I've probably never seen in 17 years since I've been living here.
True. The only thing I feel, so not to sound morbid, but I keep thinking, well, good. At least my kids, if anything happens and I'm gone, I'm not leaving them stuck with all this stuff to deal with.
Right. And absolutely. And it's challenging. And you don't know, like, I know my mom's probably listening to this, but when I was last time I was visiting, I helped them clean out their storage locker, because what ends up happening when you move, and you'll face us, there's two ways of doing things. Number one, you organize and you throw out before the move. So while you're packing stuff up, you get rid of stuff. The problem is you get to a point where you just can't do that anymore. And I'm sure you reach that point. So then you get to the other, like, there's one way of doing things, again, totally purge while you're packing, or you move and you realize that you've moved stuff that you no longer need, because once you've unpacked and you've lived there for a while, then you have to purge. So my parents did a lot of purging when they were packing, then they moved. So they moved like a couple of years ago. And when stuff is in a storage locker, it's out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah.
Like, you don't even know what you have anymore. So we were going through and stuff like that and realized that there was a lot of stuff that we could continue to purge. So that's also where you're going to be at, which is like, why am I keeping this? Like, why is that still?
that was just too many more steps for me to get rid of it or sell it, because there was everything. If it was garbage, I got rid of it. But like
That's different.
if it's stuff that's good, I couldn't, in all good consciousness, throw in the garbage. So the problem was I couldn't throw in the garbage because of COVID. Nobody was taking donations. Like I checked, I went down, and they weren't taking stuff. Like they just weren't, because they didn't know what to do, right? All the Goodwill, Salvation Army, all those guys. And so I just thought, okay, the easiest thing, because I had the luxury of somewhere to put it.
Yeah.
So literally it's just sitting in the cabin at the farm. And next year I'll get a dumpster and throw more stuff out. But more importantly, I'll take most of the stuff that's good and bring it to donation then, and it'll be up north, which is fine. But at least at least I know it'll be used, and it'll, help somebody, because I don't want to throw things out. And you're never going to see me really sell it on Facebook. Sorry, guys. I'm just not like, maybe one day if I ever got the energy, but I can't imagine like putting one thing, like taking a picture, putting it on Facebook. Like, and I know everyone's going, oh my God, you can sell so much stuff. Seems like a lot of work.
Well, I think what's really interesting, so you've got two different extremes of people who sell things on Facebook, because I do pay attention to the marketplace, and it is extremely effective. And on top of the Facebook marketplace itself, there's also Facebook groups, buy and sells almost everywhere around. There's also, I think there's one like pay nothing or free or something, where you can actually join the group. And if you have something of value that you think somebody else might, you take a picture, post it, and send it, but it's free. Right? There's either buy and sells or it's free. So I find that there's two extremes when you're talking about selling something on Facebook, either through the marketplace or a group. Number one, you've got the what I consider sort of the normal, which is I'm selling my dining room set for like $500. I'm selling my bedroom set. I'm selling this piece of furniture. I'm selling this, whatever it is.
For that, it's great.
Perfect. So that's the one extreme, which is I'm selling stuff that you would sell. You're not going to donate. That kind of thing. You want someone to have it, but it's still worth really well.
Yes.
Then you have the other extreme, which I find absolutely hysterical, is I have a sweater that I'm selling for $5.
Yeah.
I don't understand that part, because the time and effort that it takes, taking a picture, posting it, responding to comments. Is it taken yet? Do you still have it? Where can I pick it up? Making time to pick, like, is that worth $5? Why won't you just donate the sweater?
Right. Or get a big bag of sweaters and have it as the mystery bag and sell it for $20.
Exactly. Oh. Exactly. I have 15 sweaters, all for $20. Come get it. It's on my doorstep.
Yeah.
Whatever the case may be. Yeah. So I just find that there's two, like, I'm finding the really, like, I want to sell this for $2. I've got this t-shirt from my kid that's like too small for like $1. Yeah. Why are we selling this for $1?
And apparently everything sells. So those $5 sell. So I'm shocked like you are. I have no desire to do all that. I would absolutely, if you had a dining room set or something. I do like, I'm a big, I love like salvage stores and that. So I like cool old vintagey or whatever stuff. So I would definitely buy from those places. But you're talking about items that are, over $100 at least, right?
They're not if you're over $100. Like, I totally get it that there's the value there.
Yeah.
But again, if you're talking $1, $2, to me, there's people who need it. Like, go to Salvation Army, Goodwill, Value Village, whatever those are, donate them.
Yeah.
Or sell a lot of stuff. So I just feel like there's a lot of people in need. I know when I got a dumpster for my house one time, and everyone was like, oh my God, donate, donate, donate. Absolutely. Big advocate of donating. Same with you. I would much rather donate. I don't want it to see it go to landfill. But there are things in your house that are not donatable. They're pieces. I mean, if you have kids, like, there's pieces of toys. We don't even know where half the stuff is.
It's funny because what you find when you're throwing things out is you throw out all the stuff, those pieces, and then, like, a couple of days later, you find the rest of it.
Exactly.
You're like, oh, that's where it went. God.
Exactly.
But it's true. And it's just like what to me, what was really surprising is just the volume of stuff that you have. Like there's people have too much, well, I have anyways, too much stuff. Too much stuff. You don't need all this stuff. If I could, tell anybody out there who's just starting out, getting a new house or in their own place, don't buy stuff. Just don't buy too much stuff, right? You don't need it. You don't need
It's
it.
true.
It's just
And
like
unfortunately, I also think the bigger space that you have, the more stuff you can accumulate, because I think of all the stuff that's in my garage and my basement storage. Like it kind of scares me to go down there and go through it because I haven't seen it probably in 15 years.
yeah,
But again, it's out of sight, out of mind.
yeah. So
So I don't
let's
have
switch
to.
topics now. What's happening with Black Friday? Have you seen any good deals? Because everyone's wanting to know.
Well, I haven't seen amazing deals. I've seen
Yeah,
sales.
yeah.
I feel like now everybody is doing a Black Friday. So I
For
think
like
that
2 weeks.
right. So Black Friday is now not a day. It's not
Mhm.
like it used to be Black Friday, like you had to
Yeah,
buy it on Friday. And then there was Cyber Monday, where all the digital
right.
deals and online deals and all that kind of stuff. Well, now it's all combined. And you're right. Black Friday is now almost the entire month of November.
Yes, the entire month of November, and it's going to be the entire month of December, right?
Because then you get Boxing Day sales that starts the middle of December. So we have
So to me, I'm wondering, like, I know it's just the way it is now, that's the extent of the but I'm also wondering if they don't have to have one big day because they just don't have enough stuff. There's not enough
well, and I
stuff
think
because of all the
and it's
shortages.
not as discounted. Like I
Yeah.
want a major, like if I'm going to do a Black Friday, like I want a major discount,
Yeah,
right?
at
Like I
least
don't
half
want
price.
10%
Right.
off or
Yeah.
15% off. Like that's just a random sale. Like you could do that in the middle of June.
Yeah.
If we're talking Black Friday. So actually my kid we were looking at a commercial and he goes, Black Friday is stupid. And I'm like, why would you say that? And he goes, because like everyone's talking about Black Friday and it just seems like it's overdone, over talked
Overdone.
about, over
Yeah.
everything. And I'm like, he's not wrong because now up here in Canada, to be fair, it took us a long time to get on the Black Friday bandwagon.
Right, because it's not our Thanksgiving.
Right. So the US always, so it kind of creeped in
Yeah.
slowly. And now, even in Canada, it's a big deal, Black Friday. We have all these sales, but I haven't seen a major sale that
Me
I'm
neither.
like all in on. I'm looking, if anybody sees any awesome sales, please let us know. Put the links
Yeah,
in.
because normally I post. Normally I'll post because I always buy something, right? So normally I post. For me, it's always software and technology stuff. But I haven't posted anything yet. I was almost posting the other day, and then I was like, nah, it's not that great a deal. And I didn't buy it. So I think I'm going to buy something today. We talked about Stacy, and then I'll post on it. What
Yeah.
it is if I buy it, because we don't like to post unless we actually buy it. Like
And try it.
if we own it, we're going to post and say this is a really good deal, go grab it. But if we don't own it, even if it looks like an amazing deal, if we don't have it, there just seems something weird about it. If like it was such a great deal, why don't
Yeah.
we have
And we
it?
always do the trials. We always try it out. We always want to make sure that we're on board and that we've tested it out.
Yeah.
From that perspective, yeah, and that's and that used to be the Cyber Monday, but that doesn't really exist anymore. It's more of the Black Friday
Yeah,
sales.
and we
So
we
yeah,
went back and forth. We have an opportunity to partner with one of our favorite people, favorite groups, favorite brands, AppSumo. They asked us to do something special for Black Friday, and again, we believe in a really big discount. So we did, and we put our really good piece together at like ridiculously inexpensive. It's over 50%. Just for Black Friday. But if you guys are interested, just make sure you opt into one of our newsletters, and then you will find us, or go find us on AppSumo on Friday. But I mean, we wanted to be very specific. We're not going to go discount our program for 10% off or anything, and we just wanted to do something special just for them for this day because they asked.
and they're AppSumo, and we love
Yeah.
that,
Yeah.
which is really
So
cool.
I think it's important too, I think, as a public service announcement here, to when you see all these sales, you got to make sure you actually need, like if you think this is a really good deal on something, whatever it is, make sure you actually need it. Don't buy it just because it's on sale.
Well, and also make sure, because unfortunately what companies will do, especially like bigger organizations, is they'll up the regular price and then discount. So make sure that you know the product and do your research and make sure it's a good deal. Because
Yes.
unfortunately, a lot of people will say Black Friday, and then we go, ooh, Black Friday sales is like majorly discounted, when in actual fact, it's not.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's not. It's like only minor, like 10,
Yeah.
15% off.
So I'll tell you a secret like that. So Shoppers Drug Mart here, which is massive, right? And they have a program called PC Loyalty Points. And what they do is they have insane cheap prices most of the week. And then when they do a 20 times a point day, all their stuff's at regular price.
Right.
Right. So it's not really on, so you're not really getting 20 times the points unless you have a special one that came to your phone.
Right.
But like, those are the kind of things that you have to know. Like, there was a woman standing in line beside me. She was at one of the, self-serve things. She's like, oh, I'm going to redeem this. And I didn't want to say, I wanted to say, like, don't, because it's not a good deal. But
yeah, when you know the deals, you do, right? And but I think the good thing is that a lot of people are going to be out shopping, which is going to help the economy, which is great.
Absolutely, we need it.
Right, we need it. We do know for a fact that pieces of equipment or whatever the case may be is stuck in manufacturing, and because of COVID, they are behind. So there are going to be items that are going to be more difficult to get.
Thanks, Elon. Still waiting for my Starlink. We're still waiting. And now because we have terrible service, and we had to actually cancel a lot of things we were going to do at the new studio because we don't have internet yet, proper internet. And it was supposed to come, our Starlink, hashtag algorithms, go right to Elon, was supposed to come in the fall. And I just got a message yesterday that it's coming late 2022. So that means an entire year I'm going to have to figure out what we're going to do, like, because we're running on cell data up there. So
yeah, I think that's the challenge. Again, so they're having a hard time getting parts. So they're not alone. It's the entire industry. That's why things are delayed. So I think if you do,
shouldn't the richest man in the world be able to get parts?
Well, I think the richest man in the world should be able to circumvent other people. Like, can they not prioritize him? Can't he pay somebody privately to get this done? Like, seriously?
I can't. Like, it's so sad. Like, the one thing you learn about if you're in rural is, like, even like Bell, who's the other alternative, who have home rural. They're like, oh, well, there are, your neighbor has it, but we don't have any more capacity. So
what?
Even though they have no more capacity. I've called them for a year now. I said, my neighbor on the right and on the left who live there both have it, but I can't get it. No, sorry, because we're maxed out on that satellite or whatever they use. And I'm like, we'll get another one. Like, I don't understand, right? But that's unfortunately, again, customer service. See, maybe I should just do a whole show on just customer service every week to tell you everybody that I hate. Bell.
Get me started on Bell. That's okay. Yeah. But it is the biggest. Yeah. So it's interesting just seeing how, like, I don't mind if there's a problem. And I've kind of said this over and over. Yeah. I don't mind that there's a problem. You are allowed in a business to make mistakes. You're allowed to have issues. You're allowed to be out of stock. You're allowed to have delays. No problem. Things happen. Totally get it. But it's your approach to how you solve that problem is how you should, like in a restaurant, as an example, like if you get the wrong meal or it wasn't good, how they handle that problem is how I judge the integrity of the organization.
Yeah. Like some restaurants, they run out of the special, right? Okay. Oh, sorry, we don't have the swordfish anymore. What about this? And they'll give you alternatives. And then you're like, okay, you don't get mad because they ran out. It's okay. Right?
Yeah,
give me what happen. The alternative is.
But here's the solution.
If you don't have an alternative and you say late 2022 that you've been holding my money now for a year, right?
Come on, Elon needs that money.
Yeah, like, I mean, come on, like a whole year, like
Yeah.
you really, seriously, you should say, well, you know what, we're really sorry, but you know what, here's your money. You still have your your spot in line. We're not going to take that away, but you know what, you can have your deposit back because we didn't give you what we promised.
When we promised it. Exactly.
Yeah, but
And
it's
like
not
I
that
said,
big a deal.
yeah, mistakes happen, but how you handle those mistakes or how you solve that problem, it showcases your integrity when something does happen.
Exactly. Exactly.
Anyway.
So,
All right.
the
Well,
other,
today is a better day.
it's a better day and we're almost out of this. And so I think, next week, I'm going to have only good things to say about lots of companies that helped me out. And
You will have moved. You're going to be, we're not going to go with the word settled, but you'll be more
no, I
settled.
won't be settled. I actually won't. Actually, next Wednesday is officially the closing day, right? So I probably won't even. I'll probably be at the condo in Toronto. I won't be at. I won't be up there yet. So I'll be doing
You have
hot
good
chocolate,
internet.
but good internet, right? And then my poor daughter. Just so you guys know, my poor daughter who just bought a brand new great house right up there by the farm. Stacy and I are going to be there a lot because she has amazing internet. Yeah, well done, Rogers. Well done.
It's true. They're great. Actually, I've heard really good things. Just to give a shout out, I had somebody else say that there was some sort of problem with their Rogers account, and
Yeah.
Rogers leapt on it. They solved it. They were efficient. No
I
problem.
have been with Rogers since cell phones were created. That's how old I am. So, and I've had this. I've been on Rogers all those years, and I can only say good things about them. Honestly, good things. So, you know what? Well done. They have actually, trained their customer service people.
Really well.
They train them to actually solve your problem.
Yes, and they also what I found really interesting was their computer system is really good. Like literally, almost their algorithm is set up to help the customer more. So like they were clicking a button, and all of a sudden, these different options came in because the girl was talking very openly and transparent with the customer service person, and these things just kept popping up as options and all that stuff. So like obviously they've done a very good job in helping the customer service department make good choices and help the customer.
And that's why you invest in the initially you invest right to make sure that it's easier in the long run. It's kind of like the reason we sell like GR program is if you invest in learning how to do videos and podcasts and getting your message. If you invest in learning that from the start, then you'll be way more successful and it's easier down the road rather than waiting till, oh my God, I can't invest any money until I launch this. But then when you launch something and you haven't invested in yourself, it doesn't go anywhere.
Exactly.
So it's the same thing. So think about that.
All right. Well, you have more packing to do. So good luck with that. Today's a better day.
It's a better day.
It's a better day. And everyone have a good one.